Today marks a very special day. June 3rd, 2022. Now, why is that day special, you might ask, right? 2 years ago today, I got fired from Wegmans. Right. Why? Why is the first question. Well, 2 years ago yesterday, I made a social media post about the BLM, Black Lives Matter movement. I was ill-informed about the topic. Obviously, BLM has been a thing before 2020. I just hadn't heard of it, as many people probably haven't. We're just ill-informed on the matter, and I made a post, and I was annoyed with something I saw on social media. I saw people posting black screens. I'm like, what is this? Blackout Tuesday, it was called. And it was for the BLM movement, showing that Black Lives Matter. Right. And I took that as, why are we doing this? Why are we supporting a movement where people are rioting in the streets and killing people and destroying businesses? And I understand that's not the point of the movement. I did back then, as well as I do now. I'm more informed now, thanks to a lovely, dear person in my heart. But hey, we make mistakes, right? This is the first time I'm owning up to said mistake. In those 2 years, I feel I didn't grow much, right? Until I met this person, and they really sat down and explained to me what the prevalence, it's not a word, it is a word, but it's not the word, what the movement really means, and the rioting and looting and killing and whatever, all the bad stuff isn't what the movement is about, and that's not what my post was about. I'll be straight up. I just deleted my post on Instagram. Not the post. I screenshotted everything, what happened, and I held on to that as fuel and anger and hate. And why would you do that, right? Sorry. And it's a thing. What was I? 19 years old? I was 19 years old, right? And I thought to myself, I don't want to see all these black screens. So I just kept scrolling, black screen. Get off social media. Why didn't you just get off social media? Well, I looked for something different, right? So I went on Twitter, all black screens. And then this one post, it showed that, it said black screens do nothing for black lives, which indeed they don't, right? But it's not about that they don't. It's about the movement behind the black screens. They want to rally everyone together to, hey, make a change about this. Make a change. That's kind of what the deal is. And I guess I was too narrow-minded, thinking, wow, I want to see memes and funny things and people falling down, and I want to laugh, and I don't know. I just want to see something dumb, right? I don't want to see all these black screens. It's not that I don't support the movement. I just don't want to see these black screens. And maybe that's a dumb thing, right? And I've learned a little more about the movements. Not that I wasn't open. It's just I should have been informed before I made a post. And what the post said on Twitter, this girl, she had a check mark. I don't know what her name was. Doesn't matter. It was a thing that said black screens do nothing for black lives, which I just said a minute ago. And they don't, right? But I screenshotted that and I put it on Instagram, and I rewrote the caption: black screens do nothing for black lives. Someone commented, one of my dear friends. I don't exactly remember the comments. I had them screenshotted, but I don't want to start anything again. What's done is done. And it basically, it said something, it was some hateful comment. You're a flippin' idiot, or F you, or Like, why the F would you post this? And I was like, what? And then black screens do effing flippin'. Black screens do flip and do something for Black lives. And I'm like, what do they do? And I was like, I was the narrow-minded self. Not entirely narrow-minded. I just needed to be explained to or taught what this movement was really all about. And I was one for factual things, like at the moment it was about George Floyd. That's what sparked, it's not what sparked the whole movement, it's what sparked the resurgence, I guess, of many people, right? And it's obviously a very touchy subject, anybody dying for that matter, but obviously black people, it was about, the BLM obviously is about black lives, right? And George Floyd happened to be that, and that's what kind of resurged or grouped many more people, and it made the news and headlines, and that was really the first that I heard about, that I personally heard about, huge thing. And I looked into it, and it's horrible what happened to him, right? Obviously he did something, this is what I kind of wrote in the comments, obviously he did something to have the police look into him, or he looked suspicious, or had something on him previously, a warrant. I don't personally know, but the police were looking at him for some reason. That's what I wrote. And then people went off on me in the comments. I'm not going to go on a whole tangent of things, but I got death threats. My family got death threats. My girlfriend at the time got death threats. My address got leaked, and I got the most hate I've ever had in my entire life. And I thought, wow, over an opinion. And I guess what people got mad about is I pushed all lives matter when it's just right now about Black Lives Matter. We want to push that, right? And I apologize. Not to Wegmans at all. Wegmans, you suck. You do. Sorry, and sorry. To everybody I offended, right? All lives do matter. But at the moment, we're talking about Black lives. I know you know that all lives matter. Correct. But right now, we're talking about Black Lives Matter. And for that, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take away from said issue. That's all I'll talk about the comments. But next day comes, morning. I'm at my girlfriend at the time's house, and I get a phone call. I'm scheduled a shift. I just had worked on the 2nd, June 2nd, 2020, and I worked as a card attendant, not a card attendant, that's Target terms. Stop using Target! Helping hands, right. And sorry, I had to just make sure it was still filming. But helping hands, right? I had a shift, whatever it was. Came home, made the post, and I got a call June 3rd in the morning. Hey, Zach, right? Yeah. I was in her backyard in the grass. And I'm like, oh, this is Wegmans. They are probably asking me to extend my shift or something. And wasn't even thinking about the post. And then they said, so we heard a social media post was going around. You want to tell us a little bit about that? And I said, yeah. Last night I made a post, blah, blah, blah. What I just told you. All Lives Matter I saw, and I posted it, and got hate in the comments, death threats, my address leaked. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to screw your car up. I'm going to I know where your parents work. I'm going to get them fired too, you racist F, and blah, blah, blah. Any horrible thing you could think of to come out of your mouth, I got called. Right? My family and I and everyone. We couldn't go out. We couldn't, without getting flipped off or beeped at, or it was just horrible, right? And I told them that. and they said, we have enough, we've heard enough, and you are unfortunately terminated due to this. And I said, so I can't explain myself at all. They're like, no, we've heard enough, and we have enough evidence here. And I was like, okay. They went on to say, I'm such a great worker. Thank you for your service for 4 years. And I hadn't hit 4 years. I was 3 years, 11 months, and however many days. I was right on the cusp of my 4-year anniversary. So I don't have the 4-year name tag, which I was mad about. Yeah, so they said, is there anything you need to collect? No. And you're terminated, and thank you for your service. And also you're banned from the property for 2 whole years. And if you come on the property, the police will be called, and there will be legal matters and whatnot of any Wegmans in Syracuse, right? And I'm like, wow, don't you think that's a little far? And they're like, no, it's just procedure, blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, but you're banned from all Wegmans in Syracuse for the period of 2 years. Wow. Thanks, Wegmans. Not to brag, but I was definitely their best card attendant. Card attendant. Stop saying card attendant. Best helping hands. I was just such a focused and hardworking person that it sucked, right? Ripped away from me. How do I tell my parents? How do I tell my girlfriend? How do I tell anybody? Everybody turned on me. I lost about 100 friends that day. Now, nobody has 100 close friends, right? No. 100 friends, as in maybe 3 or 4 close friends, and all these people on Facebook. Blah, 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 blah. I had to block hundreds of people on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everything, and they're still blocked. I'm never going to forgive them, ever. And I've made that personal choice. I will never speak with them again, unfortunately. You really hurt my feelings, hurt my family, and I don't deserve those death threats. Now, the next couple weeks pass by, and I get this in the mail. Right. What is this, you might ask? Zachary Suhumsky and my address. From Wegmans, whatever road that was. Certified mail. $4.10 they took to send it, right? It's this yellow slip. Wegmans. Note to Zachary Suhumsky. Social security number, non-applicable. Date of birth, 8/30/2000. There's my date of birth. Date of incident, June 3rd, 2020. Motorist ID, doesn't matter, I guess. Type of incident, per storm management. Okay, that doesn't really tell me the type of incident. This is wrong. I could have took them to court, and here's why. And I wanted to. Location of incident, number 39 Fairmount. That's the store number, and the Fairmount store on West Genesee Street. Notice, your right and privilege to enter or remain upon any and all property of Wegmans is hereby revoked for a period of 2 years to expire on June 3rd, 2022, today's date. For individual state laws and stipulations, please see reverse side of this form. Right, okay. So without reading the rest, I'm going to read the New York State. Individuals that have been notified that their privilege to enter or remain on all Wegmans Food Market properties has been revoked and do so enter with the intent to commit a crime are subject to arrest and prosecution for burglary in the 3rd degree, Section 140.20 of the New York State Penal Law, a Class D felony. Okay, so, and if I enter with the intent to commit a crime, okay, that's obvious, right? New York State Penal Code 140 states that a person is guilty of trespass when he knowingly enters or remains unlawfully or in or upon premises. Trespass is violation. New York State Penal Law, blah, blah, blah. Enter or remain unlawfully as a person enters or remains unlawfully in or upon premises when he is not licensed or privileged to do so. A person who, regardless of intent, enters and remains upon premises which are, at the time, open to public, does so with license and privilege. Okay, whatever. Next, this is the part that gets me, right? Okay, they block out this one. I don't get to sign this. Why? A parent's signature, the security, and the witness. Okay. I got fired over the phone, which I guess you can do because you're a private company, whatever. On 6/3/2020, the above stated individual was advised in the presence of the below stated witness. I was not. It was over the phone. And that his right and privilege to enter or remain upon the property of Wegmans is hereby revoked for a period of 2 years that expires on 6/3/2022, today. So basically, the video cut off because it was too hot. It was in my window. So I'm going to finish this off with the security guard, Tyler Metamiri, number 404028, was the one to sign it, along with 2 witnesses, which apparently I was present for over the phone. I guess that counts. And my signature was apparently there, which it wasn't, because I don't see a flippin' signature. I don't see a signature on this. Do you? Oh, it's crossed off. So I'm going to rip that to shreds once I get to Wegmans. Just rip it and throw it in their trash can when I should throw it in their face. Wegmans, sincerely, I hate you, but your subs are good, so I'm going to get a sub. Yeah, that's about all. I could go on an hour-long rant of how much I hate you. I burned all my Wegmans clothing in a fire pit. That's on YouTube, so you can find that. I kept the name tags. I'm going to toss those in the trash at Wegmans. So, you know, just, yeah, it's a really bad situation. And again, sorry to anyone I may have offended, truthfully and sincerely. I've learned, and I will not make that mistake again. Thank you all, and this will be a historic moment, going to Wegmans. Can't wait to meet everybody again and say hello and explain why I was fired 8 times. You know, people come into Target, right, and they are genuinely surprised that I got fired. And when I tell them what happened, they're like, wow, flip Wegmans. And they want to leave. Management sucks, they said, and it's just going downhill. So it was a good thing I left. Should have taken you to court, Wegmans. I would have won. But either way, it's over. It was 2 years ago, and I'm moving on. I'm not going to like the company. Not going to like whatever I'm not going to like. So, cheers to 2 years. Woo! Ain't that right? Oh, that's right, buddy. Thank you for this. Thank you for the love and support on this channel. 12 years. Cheers to another 12. Not that it's my anniversary, but. And happy birthday, Taylor. It's June 3rd. Happened on Taylor's birthday. We'll be making another video again soon, but off to Wegmans. This is it. I am driving to Wegmans. This is crazy. 2 years. 2 years. Oh my God, I'm in the parking lot. I don't even know what to say. This is insane to be here. This is insane. I worked here. I did the carts, and I'm legally on their property after years. Wow. Look at it. Official document. There's my creepy chew, or creepachew. That's creepy. And I'm going to grab my name tags and I'm going to throw them away and end the Wegmans saga. Yo. Oh, they're new doors. New doors. Oh. First step in.
These doors have been broken multiple times.
Oh, I'm in it. Wow. This is crazy. Wegmans. This chapter of my life is over. The day has come. So I went in. My buddy Lysander here. He works here. Didn't work when I was working, but met him afterwards. It was surreal. Really surreal stepping foot in that building. A lot has changed. Cafe no longer serves hot bar, hot food. There's no more coffee bar. I saw about 8 people that I knew that worked there previously, and prices have went up. It's just crazy. It's crazy. I burned all the clothes. I threw my name tags away. And I got a Wegmans sub. A buffalo chicken sub. It's been over 2 years since I've had one of these. Same old goodness. So to Wegmans, a big F you. After everything I gave you, how could you? But we're on to bigger and better things now, right? Target's my home. They didn't treat me with disrespect, so adios and sayonara, Wegmans. I don't think I'll ever shop here again. Yo. What's up? I'm banned for life now.
Are you kidding me?
It's alright though.
What'd you do?
I ripped up my letter in front of him. I'm kidding, my guy. Everyone was happy to see me.